What if I told you that right now, as you watch this video, at least 47 different data brokers are actively building a psychological profile on you that is more accurate than what your own family knows about you? This isn't science fiction. This is surveillance capitalism, and it's the defining economic system of our era, one that most people have never even heard of by name. The term was coined by Harvard Business School professor Shoshana Zuboff in her 2019 book, and what she uncovered should have been front-page news everywhere. Here's the core mechanism. Every time you scroll, pause, tap, or even hover your mouse over something online, that behavioral data is captured. Not just what you click, but how long you hesitate. Not just what you buy, but what you almost bought and didn't. These are what researchers call behavioral surplus data points, and they are worth exponentially more than the services you think you're getting for free. Google processes approximately 8.5 billion searches every single day. Each one of those searches is not just a query to be answered. It's a data point fed into prediction engines that model your future behavior. A 2023 study published in the journal Nature Human Behavior found that with just 300 Facebook likes, an algorithm could predict your personality more accurately than your own spouse could. Let that sink in. 300 likes. That's less than a month of casual scrolling for most users. Now here's where it gets genuinely disturbing. These companies aren't just observing your current preferences. They have moved into what Zuboff calls behavioral modification. The goal is no longer to predict what you will do. The goal is to engineer what you will do. Spotify's internal research, leaked in 2021, revealed experiments where they subtly altered playlist algorithms to nudge users toward moods that increased listening time by up to 23%. Facebook conducted a secret emotional contagion study on 689,000 users in 2014 without consent, successfully demonstrating they could make users measurably happier or sadder just by adjusting their newsfeed. The market for this kind of influence is massive. The global data broker industry was valued at $289 billion in 2023 and is projected to exceed $545 billion by 2031. Companies like Axiom hold data files on approximately 2.5 billion people worldwide. They claim to have up to 3,000 data points per individual. Your credit score, your medication history, your political leanings, your sexual interests, your financial anxiety levels, all packaged and sold to the highest bidder without you ever knowing. And this feeds directly into pricing manipulation. A 2022 investigation by the Wall Street Journal found that car insurance companies were using data purchased from brokers to charge customers different premiums based on behavioral profiles, not just driving records. People in certain psychological stress categories were paying up to 40% more for identical coverage. This is called price discrimination at scale, and it's perfectly legal in most jurisdictions. There's also a political dimension that is genuinely alarming. The Cambridge Analytica scandal in 2018 exposed how 87 million Facebook profiles were harvested and used to build psychographic targeting models for political advertising during the 2016 US election. But Cambridge Analytica was just one company. The infrastructure that made it possible is still entirely intact and has grown more sophisticated every year since. The average American teenager generates approximately 70 megabytes of behavioral data per hour of smartphone use. By the time that teenager is 18, companies have accumulated roughly 70,000 hours of behavioral data on them, enough to predict with high confidence their likelihood of addiction, mental illness, financial instability, and political radicalization. So what can you actually do? First, use a privacy-focused browser like Firefox or Brave combined with the uBlock Origin extension, which blocks over 100,000 tracking scripts. Second, go to Opt-out per screen. Common the data broker opt-out list maintained by the Privacy Rights Clearinghouse to remove yourself from major brokers. Third, audit your phone permissions every 90 days. Research from Carnegie Mellon in 2022 found the average smartphone app requests 6 unnecessary data permissions. Fourth, treat your attention like the financial asset it literally is to these companies. because that shift in mindset changes everything about how you engage online. The system is not going to fix itself. The entire business model depends on you not understanding how it works. Now you do.